Hello, the bullet traveler. Welcome to the live. Where are you from? What do you do for a living? All right, the bullet traveler. That's nice. Would you mind telling me your name alongside? And let me introduce myself. I'm from Darjeeling district, and basically, I'm a student of mass communication. After like my course of 4 years, after that, I'll be joining as a journalist and news anchor with Times Now. Nice to meet you, the bullet traveler. Do tell me your good name. Bonjour, Sports United HQ. Welcome to the live. Would you mind telling me your name and what do you do for a living? Experience with DM. Welcome to the live. पहले आप बताइए आप कहाँ से हो और आप क्या करते हैं? Hello, Nubi. Welcome to the live. Where are you from? What do you do for a living? हेलो प्रसन्नजीत, वेलकम टू द लाइव। पहले आप बताइए आप कहाँ से हो और आप क्या करते हैं? हेलो दिलीप, थैंक यू सो मच। बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया, थैंक यू। एंड दिलीप जी, लास्ट टाइम आई गेस मैंने आपको बोला था बट क्लियरली नहीं बोल पाई। दिलीप जी, आप जब मेरे चैनल डिस्क्रिप्शन में आप चेक करिएगा, आप केयरफुली पूरी तरह नीचे तक स्क्रॉल करिएगा चैनल डिस्क्रिप्शन में। वहाँ पे मेरा सेकंड यूट्यूब चैनल का लिंक रहेगा। उसका नाम शीन-YT शॉर्ट्स है। मैं उसका आईडी भी कमेंट में टाइप कर देती हूँ। आप जब वो चैनल लिंक को क्लिक करेंगे और आप जब वो चैनल को देखेंगे, उसमें मेरा प्रोफाइल पिक्चर रहेगा पर्पल ड्रेस के साथ। वो मेरा सेकंड चैनल है दिलीप जी। एंड बेसिकली वो मेरा सेकंड चैनल है। उसमें मेरा व्लॉग दार्जिलिंग के बारे में, मेरे डेली लाइफ, वो सब पोस्ट रहेंगे। आप प्लीज उसमें सपोर्ट दिखाइएगा प्लीज, क्योंकि मैं वो चैनल को भी ग्रो करने का ट्राई कर रही हूँ एंड वहां पे भी मैं पोस्ट करूंगी। मैंने मैंने लिख दिया है यहाँ पे आईडी, आप उसे सर्च कर लीजिएगा, मेरा प्रोफाइल पिक्चर एग्जैक्टली आएगा वहां पे। Prasenjit, could you specify what is studying regarding your academics? आप बता सकते हैं what is studying? Hello, Aryan. Hi, how are you doing? How is the Sunday going so far? Hopefully, better than your Saturday, though. How is studies? How is your sleep? How is everything? And Aryan, alongside, that's good. I mean, you're doing great. That's nice. I'm doing excellent as well. So, alongside, did you already do like your study sessions or you're about to start in the evening? I don't know. I'm not sure. Oh, break here, short break. Okay, well, that's nice. So that's good. Research paper, what were you reading about? Like, what was it and what is it on? Aryan, that's interesting. Is it related to your research paper in a sense? I'm not sure, dude. Acha hai though, breaks are important. It is very much important at some point. Because breaks, so obviously, like, it's very hard to somewhat remember थोड़ा बहुत like it is very hard to remember continuously like if you continuously read stuff you have to absorb the information knowledge वगैरह याद रखना पड़ता है तो breaks are important. Biaxial tensile test. What is it about exactly? थोड़ा बहुत I have no idea about this one so I can't say much. I mean obviously it's not my field so naturally I'll be very clueless but it sounds pretty interesting. It sounds very interesting. मतलब like क्या कहते हैं? How do I say it? It will be nice to read through, but I don't know, yaar. Maybe it's because it's not my field, isliye I'm finding it interesting. If it is like, if it was included in my field, I would have struggled. Research papers तो काफी like लंबे होते हैं ना, they're pretty long. But it's good though. I mean, I guess the research papers are provided, I guess, by the professors only, are they? Yeah, you have to search for it like on your own to like have citations and stuff. And Aryan, actually, there's a lot of glitches in the YouTube live recently. So I'm giving you the blue tick. You don't have to do any moderation or anything. You don't have to do any moderation. It's just so that your messages don't get hidden or it doesn't disappear. And bhai, please, when you'll be leaving the chat, no, tell me, okay? Or else I'll think like you got kicked out or something. Because बहुत चल रहा है आजकल ऐसा. So I get very worried. Ah, thank you. That's good. Oh, अच्छा, that is pretty interesting though. मुझे तो उतना आइडिया तो है नहीं honestly about like these things. Completely clueless about it. I mean, it is somewhat like tensile test process. Does it include like a specimen or something? Specimen मतलब like a standardized shape या कुछ that is being pulled apart in a testing machine. Is it like basically the force and the resulting elongation is recorded? So I don't know, yeah. Not stress, right? Stress strain curve is also plotted, right? But I don't know, yeah. समझ में नहीं आ रहा. I'm assuming this is all assumptions. अच्छा है पर आर्यन. I mean, could be if we research on our own, it is better. I don't know why I asked that question if it was provided, and I was thinking, why would it be provided? You guys have to do it on your own also, right? So I was wondering, yeah. But what is exactly like yield strength in a way, Aryan? What do you think so? Is it basically like the point where like permanent deformation will start beginning? Is it that point? In a way, I'm not sure. Basically, like agar load, if the load also gets removed, then it's not going to go back to its original shape. So I guess that is yield strength. My brain is so dead. वो तो है, that is true, the Aryan. You have to do everything on your own. You have to do everything, Aryan. And plus, okay, that is good though. What was the actual point? Hello, Abu. Welcome to the live. Where are you from? What do you do for a living? Please introduce yourself. Is usually the specimen considered plastic only, or is it so sorry? Anyways, well, nice to meet you, Abu Dhabiwala. Well, welcome. Would you mind telling me what do you do for a living? And alongside, please do tell me your good name as well. I would appreciate it. Okay, Aryan, wait, give me a moment to catch up on this. Oh, yeah, okay, well, thanks for correcting me on that. I know, it is. It can be pretty tough, but sure. But wouldn't you struggle more to read it in short, though? I feel like Aryan, what is really just scheme over it in a sense and like create your own, what do I say? Your own notes on the side? I'm not sure, man. I know it is very time consuming though. I mean, a lot to absorb, a lot to keep in mind, a lot to understand, a lot to basically just consider when you're reading these things. So I do understand. That means I got yield strength like completely wrong. I thought it was like the point where like permanently like it there's a deformation. Maybe I must have said like I must have given like an incorrect definition or like somewhat incomplete. Wait, elastic deformation is before. I'm so sorry. It is before. Yield point is the transition. Plastic deformation is after. Elastic is before. There we go. Megata Abhay, welcome to the live. Where are you from? What do you do for a living? There we go. Acha, theek hai. It clicked in my head very slowly, like very late, but not completely. I know. Obviously, it's impossible, Aryan, to get a complete like definition in a way, get it completely correct. It's not possible for me. Abu Dhabiwala, are you still here in the chat? Are you here? Hello, Evil. Welcome to the live. Where are you from? What do you do for a living? You can make corrections, Aryan. I'm always open to people correcting me and letting me know that I must have not said something correctly. But isn't like, if I'm not wrong, isn't yield strength considered to be like the design limit for most structures, like basically like bridges, vessels, like pressure vessels, aircraft. They're designed in a way so that like the stress never exceeds the yield strength under normal operations. I don't know, man. I'm just assuming now with this thing. I don't know if I'm making it up or if I'm correct on it. But all I know is like ultimate tensile strength is also important alongside fracture and stuff. Hello Praveen, welcome to the live. Where are you from? What do you do for a living? It's not an ideal condition ever. How so? Could you please mind explaining to the to comrade over here? I'll consider myself as comrade. Hold on. If I use my brain cells in a sense and I try to say, I mean, you are correct though, because the thing is like there's gradual transition, right? So there's never like, they never have like a yield point. They just transition gradually from elastic to plastic behavior, right? I guess so. Is there any microstructural effects as well to be considered? Probably. Temperature is obviously there. Temperature dependence alongside strain rate dependence is also there. So it is not exactly ideal. I do understand. Creep. Okay, I might not be aware about this one. I'm saying it in a very general sense. This is, but I guess creep and fatigue resistance, these might be part of like a broader picture of mechanical behavior, right? In a sense, which is like beyond the, because I'm mainly just scheming over yield strength and fracture. If we go deeper than that, if we go beyond just these two things, it's going to be there, of course. Because I guess like because these things, I guess it is about how materials behave. I feel like under hold on, long term loading, repeated loading. I'm not sure. Many things are there. You're correct about this, Aryan. You are. I ain't too good with these things. Actually, I might be wrong. I'm not sure, Aryan. But creep, does it have like three stages? Primary, secondary, tertiary? I don't know. Basically, like tertiary, I know it's accelerated, like ex- accelerated deformation that leads to like a rupture in a sense. I don't know, yeah. पता नहीं है. I don't know. I'm just assuming everything. It's just like study. I didn't study anywhere. Honestly, if I tell you, random podcasts. Plus, मुझे उतना नहीं पता है honestly because fatigue resistance, I don't know about it. Creep, basically, the thing is like about creep and stuff. I used to listen to podcasts. So basically, Spotify me. I used to listen to paleontology podcasts. At some point, I would just keep it on repeat, like keep it on shuffle, yeah, shuffle. So random podcasts would play. So they would play in the background. I don't know. I don't exactly know the names of the podcasts, so I'm not sure. मुझे नहीं पता यार. Three stages are there, but stages के बारे में if you ask me, खत्म, brain खत्म. But I want to ask you, like, why? I mean, how do you think creep, yield strength, and fatigue is like? Why do you think they matter? I mean, it's a pretty general question, but still, I don't know. मैंने जेई नहीं दिया. अरे यार, मैंने नहीं दिया. That is not my field at all. I was not interested in that. Actually, funny thing, Aryan, like when I was in 11th, also like I had taken PCM. Everyone was preparing for GE. Everyone is preparing for competitive exams. And then I was there with my blog, basically. I had a blog. I don't know why I took PCM mainly. I mean, the thing is, that's the only somewhat like stream and subjects that I could manage. Humanities mein to I couldn't go because I'm bad with remembering things. Commerce, it's a whole new whole new field that you have to study from the beginning. मुझसे वो तो मुझसे हो नहीं पाएगा. PCM it is. Maybe ऐसा भी हो सकता है ना कभी कभी ऐसे get like JEE coaching like videos कभी कभी तो I would just scroll through them on shorts. So maybe उसके through भी I might have known. I don't know. But but basically, if we say it considering like yield strength is instant, it's about instant limits. Creep might be for like time dependent deformation. Abhi, I don't know about fatigue though. Hello Sanju, welcome to the live. How are you doing? Make sure to like the live, okay? And Sanju, how is life going? How's everything? And Sanju, I like to mention one thing. You did join a few days ago. You mentioned that you'll definitely be contributing for the good cause. Where's the contribution, man? You have not brought it up at all. And actually, yeah, that is correct, Dorian. Well, that is true. I heard about aircraft wing. I did though, Aryan. I mean, yeah. So fatigue is basically repeated stress cycles, and creep might be creep is mainly for turbines, boilers, and stuff. I think. But how do you think so? 80% of failures are correct about this. 80 to 90%, Aryan. So if I'd ask, is it insidious? Because I mean, some I've heard like basically the cracks they grow slowly and invisibly. So it goes slowly until suddenly a fracture occurs. At this point, I don't know. They use fatigue testing, no? Like SN curves, and they design with safety factors, also prevention delay. I might be wrong. I don't think so. I don't think so. Honestly, this it's very easy to talk about it, but those who are in the field, like you also are studying and stuff, it is not easy. It is pretty tough. SNN curve. I've heard about that. I mean, मुझे तो I don't know, man. I don't know how that works. Also, I just know about it. I just know the terms. And basically, terms बोलने से it doesn't mean that I have good knowledge. Not at all. Familiarity होना is the best. So if you're familiar with something, you can talk about it. And in my case, and knowing from you also, I mean, I learn a lot of things from you as well. I learn a lot. My only thing is about cars, I don't know anything. Brain dead. Oh yes, I've heard about this term. I have. Failure criterion, right? It's a failure criterion for fatigue design, I think. Is it? Hold on. Because I know plot means stress that is like average load versus like alternative stress that is cyclic load amplitude. I think. पता नहीं भाई. I know this is your subject. मुझे तो पता है. I know it's your subject. That's why मैं बोल रही हूँ. You know more than me, of course. Of course you do. वो कर्व बेसिकली उसे सेफ रीजन माना जाता है, राइट? बिकॉज आई फील लाइक इफ द नहीं कैसे बोलूँ, लाइक बेसिकली इफ द ऑपरेटिंग पॉइंट इज बिलो द कर्व it will be considered like the design will be considered safe against like fatigue failure. So it is like a failure criterion. हाँ अच्छा okay yeah I did hear about this somewhere but about terminologies का if you ask me I don't know but generally I can say general sense में confusing है यार it's very confusing. It's safe below it, yeah. I feel like yeah. So that's why bearings, aircraft wings, shock absorbers and stuff. Rotating shafts are also included, right? वो लोग को भी I guess are tested or analyzed using this Soderberg curve only in a sense. नहीं तो similar fatigue criteria भी use कर सकते हैं. I don't know exactly. मुझे नहीं पता about the other criteria. I mean I know there might be three, four of them. No, there might be three of them. This might be one of them. I'm not sure. Mean stress, so obviously it's average stress level, I think, during cyclic loading. Is there something regarding endurance also, or endurance limit? I don't know. Yes, yes, wind miller is also included. Thanks for telling me. But I know like mostly engineers prefer like safety. I mean, sorry. Most engineers prefer Soderbergh for safety critical designs, right? But like some people say it is overly conservative. Fitness boy, where are you from? What do you do for a living? What is your name as well? But Aryan, why is this considered overly conservative? I don't get that point though. Many people say Soderbergh's curve is pretty conservative in a sense. Are there any limitations to this? Limitations or anything that is not exactly helpful? I don't know, man. My wording is not that good. I have to really focus on it. And I'm so sorry, yaar, Aryan. Break, maybe I'm talking about studies. I can talk about it when it comes to executing. I think I'm fine in my own field only because mass communication and engineering is like opposites. I'm fine in my field only, Aryan. I'm not that good. We'll see how it is. And Aryan, honestly, like basically, I couldn't even get one thing properly. That is why it is conservative. Why it's considered as that. So you know, my knowledge is pretty. It's pretty. What do I say? Incomplete in a sense. It's on that one. I feel so bad though, Aryan. Break time and I started talking about studies. You don't mind now, right? Hopefully. बोलो, please go ahead. एक fact बता दो. If you have facts, you can go ahead with any facts. I'm fine. I'm all for facts. I'm such a fact fiend, honestly. Facts की कुछ भी है, I'll listen. I hope it's hype. I mean, I don't hope anything honestly. Koi bhi facts, I enjoy. Space, even if it's not in my field, it's very interesting to know. Man, I'm thinking like I should probably have like a journal or something where I just put all the facts, whatever I learned in it. It will be like a archive in a sense, knowledge archive. I've seen that. Like I've seen people do that before. I'm not sure though if it is time consuming or not, but it's always good. In 3 months, what? Seriously, it's a talent though. Actually, like teaching someone, teaching is a talent because people who are good, people who are good with like learning. Good learners can't be good teachers. So like you got both. 4 साल बाद tuition should start like a side teaching sort of like side job or something that will help. अरे यार अच्छा है. Maybe you can teach me in the meantime. That could be your opinion, Aryan. That could be your opinion. Maybe you don't find it hard, but from an outsider's perspective, I think it is pretty hard. I mean, if you revise well, if you are able to get the concepts, तो चलता है. But I don't know. Oh no, मेरा basic concept is not that clear. If I'm very honest, because Aryan, the thing was like 11th May didn't study properly for PCM. That is, I mean, I did study it well, but I can't recall it that well because I was not interested in the subjects. I don't know why. 12th ka I can recall pretty good. 12th ka I can recall because it's really recent only. 11th ka I can barely remember much. I think. ज़्यादा तो idea नहीं. I mean, I'm pretty damn confident that instead of, I feel like I'm looking at it from like a conceptual perspective. I mean, theoretical perspective. Sorry. अगर कोई मुझे बोले that I need to somewhat recap the theory, I won't be able to do that. But if you give me questions, then most likely I'll be able to solve them. I guess never mind. Concept is good. Never mind. It's okay. Not good. It's okay. मतलब decent. Okay भी नहीं, decent. What am I even saying, man? I mean, if someone has like basic knowledge of 11th and 12th and they are able to grasp things, then I guess chalega. Time pass, kaise? What do you think should be the ideal like time then for this sort of thing? But you're lucky though, Arya. Not lucky, but you're pretty quick with picking up concepts and stuff, so it might be easy for you. Maybe it might be tough for others. I'm not sure. In my case, though, I think everything is tough at first. I don't know why. Underestimating in a very bad way, I feel like. I'm not optimistic. Clearly, it is very, very visible. I'm not optimistic at all. 2 years. So you think 1 year is theory and 1 year practicals directly like internships and stuff? ज़्यादा नहीं हो जाएगा? Won't it be like very less time or something? Optimistic ka, like I'm more of like a fake it till you make it sort of person. Like basically just say जो होगा देखा जाएगा and at some point you'll be fine. 3 years. Oh, 3 years is good actually. वो भी reasonable है. Oh, I consider 2 years as in like completely for the whole thing. Ah, try then 2 years theory, and then after that you go ahead with like you go ahead with internships and training actually. 3 years theory is also not that bad though, but मुझे नहीं पता. You might know about it more as you do. You know about it more than me. ज़्यादा आता है. मुझे नहीं पता. Internships is good though. I mean, like 2 years theory is more than enough, तो हो जाएगा. I thought you guys also had like 2 years theory. I don't know, yaar. Misconception once again. I don't know why. Because मैं like the course that I'm going for, in my case, we will have like 2 years theory, strictly theory, and then suddenly we'll have 2 years practical. So it's like bhagam bhag basically after the 2 years. Probably fifth semester it might start. I don't know which semester though. Oh, acha, okay. I'm so sorry. I choked. Basically, third year में ही placements होती है. All right. I was wondering कि like third year में basically you guys most likely will be placed or will have like certain internships to deal with, right? So मैं वही सोच रही थी. As a fourth year then interviews and stuff, I'm confused. Final year तो बस ऐसे ही है. I feel like for you then additional credits maybe research papers पता नहीं. I don't know about the I don't know about the engineering stuff honestly. मुझे कुछ नहीं पता है. तो basically fourth year में होता क्या है mainly? What is there mainly? Just extra stuff you have to do for more points? I don't know. Could be. Oh, I've just entered seventh semester. Acha, okay. Placements हो रही है. Placements के लिए mainly yeah, interviews वगैरह. You mentioned about that. Okay, that's good to know. That is nice though. I mean, now that I think about it, 3 years is 3 years is ideal. 4 years is too much, I think. I don't know. Abhi, the thing is, I'm just blindly trusting you with your opinion. I'm just blindly trusting you with your opinion because mujhe to honestly I have no idea about these things. That's why. So you'll be waiting for your placement, right? The other company to come. So you'll be going ahead with your interviews as well on the side. Because अभी दूसरा ही company का हो रहा होगा, right? Interviews and all. अब पता चला, yeah. You needed to provide more context, more background information. So basically everything is summed up in a sense. Chill होते, that's good though. I mean, chilling is also important थोड़ा बहुत. I mean, मुझे पता नहीं if chilling is actually like if chill means like nothing happens or if it's just like extra work. That doesn't make any sense. I don't know. But हाँ, कभी कभी productivity भी जरूरी होती है in a sense. But अच्छा है, थोड़ा बहुत. I mean, life is gonna be like running here and there only. It's going to be in a rush. So 5 6 months chill ही कर लो. Reference देना important है actually. Because Aryan, like I don't know why I thought it would be a bookish fact, but people who give references, anecdotes, and stuff, it's the best. Oh, ये वाली live basically 2:30 तक चलेगी. 2 p.m. most likely, yeah. This live will go on till 2 p.m. and again in the evening I'll be joining at 4 p.m. So be time. There's a lot of time actually. We got like plenty. 1.5 hour probably, yeah. You're leaving? Okay, no problem. You got like studies and stuff to do now? Yeah. You were on your break. I forgot. Break में थे ना मेरे दिमाग ही खा दिया होगा. I'm talking about studies so much. It's okay, Aryan. It's fine. See ya then, and you can also give me updates on how it's going, okay? And I guess I can look forward to talking about that paper also, if that is fine with you. See you, okay, Aryan? Take care. Bye. And study well, okay? Make sure to take breaks. Well, human, I'm not a bastard like you. I'm not one of the bastards like you who are born on the streets, and just come on here and just say bullshit. And do you know where your father is? And how many fathers do you have, human? Utkarsh, welcome to the live. Where are you from? What do you do for a living? Um, Katyayan, welcome to the live. Could you introduce yourself first? Where are you from? What do you do for a living? Alongside, do tell me a good name as well. प्रशांत, तेरे जैसा तो आप तो सड़क पे पैदा हुए, मैं तो आपके जैसे तो हूँ नहीं। आप आकर के इसलिए तो आप मेरे चैट पे हो, मेरे बोलने का ढंग तो है नहीं। एंड ऑलमोस्ट अ डॉग, you're also again mingling with the same bastard that is, and you're coming on here doing this nonsense. I don't allow bastards in my chat. Let me get that clear. Hello, Bhumika. Welcome to the live. How are you doing today? How are your studies going? Be sure to like the live, okay? And all rounder, where are you from? What do you do for a living? And what is your name as well? And Bhumika, please let me know if you're in the chat, okay? If you're still here. Because on YouTube, basically, there are a lot of glitches going on. Not able to exactly even talk to anyone. So let me know. I'll give you the blue tick so we can chat along properly. You don't have to do any sort of moderation, anything. Hello, Ratna. Welcome to the live. What do you do for a living? And I'm from Darjeeling district, India. And Raza, let me tell you honestly, if you're in the live to chat about perverted things, if you want to come on here to fool around, this is not the chat for you. And आप बिरयानी शॉप चला रहे हैं, आप बिरयानी शॉप पे ही ध्यान दीजिए फिलहाल को. एंड सीखिए भी कि लोग की चैट में कैसे बात करना चाहिए। राजवा मैं आपको कह रही हूँ बाय द वे। And Ratnam, could you be specific regarding what you're studying, like what major or degree? And Bhumika, are you still here in the chat? I was hoping that we could maybe, Bhumika is wondering that we could talk about archery or maybe like our hobbies more in detail because yesterday also we couldn't catch up much regarding what we like to do and stuff. So, Mr. Tajendra, welcome to the live. Regarding the good cause, you can definitely have a look at the channel description of this channel. That is, you can read it in the channel description. It's clearly mentioned there. It's written what my channel is about, what the good cause is. I suggest to read through it. You can go through it, and then you can come back and we can have a talk. We can continue. More than welcome to read the channel description. Hello, Saurabh. Welcome. Good afternoon. How are you doing? Make sure to like the live, okay? Hopefully, the Sunday is a little productive compared to Saturday. Hopefully, so. Hold on. I have to drink my chai. I'm drinking chai right now, by the way, so I need my usual intake of caffeine in a sense, or I don't know exactly if it's considered like proper caffeine, but chai does give me a good amount of fuel at some point. It's good for energy. Plus, I'm used to like chai, so it's drinking some right now. What are you up to? Thank you so much, Mr. Tajendra. Thank you a lot. Thank you so much. It's truly tremendous help. And Mr. Rajendra, actually, your shout out, people who do contribute for the good cause, I always mention their name in my next short video. I never mention the amount. So, Mr. Tajendra, your shout out will be coming out in the evening at 9 p.m. So, please make sure to check that out. It will be coming today itself. And do leave a comment so I'll be ensured that you have checked it out. Thank you so much once again. And alongside, I'll also like to mention Tajendra, you can introduce yourself as well. Because on the lives, this is also a form of hangout. We talk about knowledgeable topics, we talk about tech, we have a good discourse. It's just a decent hangout, so you can also join in and you may introduce yourself as well. And Tajendra, let me introduce Mr. Tajendra. Let me introduce myself. In the meantime, myself Sheen-Jinee. I'm from Darjeeling district, and I'm a student of mass communication. The courses are 4 years. After that, I'll be joining as a journalist and news anchor with Times Now. So honestly, that is my field. And let me also mention the lives also serve as a purpose, a way for me to practice my stamina, my speaking alongside, because the field I'll be heading in have to talk for very long amounts of time. Alongside, it is also for the good cause. So, it's my introduction, and it's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Tajendra. And Saurav, are you still here in the chat? Hello, Hindustani. Welcome to the live. Where are you from? What do you do for a living? Alongside, please do tell me your good name as well. Well, that's nice to hear, Mr. Tajendra. Indeed, very, very nice to meet you. And I like to mention, Tajendra, we can always, whenever you'll be visiting Darjeeling, that is, always do let me know. I will host you gladly because it's known as the Queen of Hills. It's a beautiful hill station. So I'll be very glad to host you alongside. And Tajendra, you're more than welcome to join into the chat. That is my live often. Because if not about tech, we can talk about a lot of things. We always exchange our knowledge about geopolitics, world affairs, even basic like school memories, or just anything lighthearted, just anything that is regarding knowledge exchange and healthy discussions. And Mr. Tajender, I'd also like to mention once again, thank you so much. It's truly tremendous help. And I'll be very, very thankful. There are good people. It truly reinforces that. And Tajender, the thing is, if you have Instagram, surely you can always contact me there as well. It is clearly mentioned in the channel description. So you can have a look at my socials also. You can always contact me on there, always open for a discussion. Plus, my social media is also for this good cause, this particular initiative that I've taken upon. And Mr. Tajender, just and Mr. Tajender, we always talk about geopolitics on here. Honestly, if I tell you, my favorite discussions are tech, but I'm not a tech savvy person. I talk about it on here, though I like to connect it with geopolitics, world affairs, and it's always a good chat. Honestly, it's a little empty at the moment, but it's usually during the evenings and night is pretty good. The sessions are always amazing. My timings are also mentioned, and I do update pretty often, Atajinder. This live will go on for approximately 1.5 hours more, so you're more than free to stick around as well. It's a pleasure to meet you. And Saurabh, my Sunday is going excellent actually. It's going pretty good. I just sipping on some chai alongside. What about you? I did ask, like, how's the Sunday going? Because you mentioned lazy Saturdays. So is Sunday productive perhaps or lazier than Saturdays? I don't know, man. Anything you have, any plans that you have to get started on today itself? Not sure. And how was the start of the morning as well? Mine was always good. I'm always optimistic about my day. So no matter what day people ask me how my day is going, I always mention it's going excellent. I don't know why. It's a weird habit of mine. And yes, Mr. Tajender, of course, more than welcome to do so. Truly. And you're more than welcome to stick around in the live as well. Actually, Tajender, what do you like to discuss about? Are you interested in tech or AI, crypto maybe, or anything? What do you like to do? What are your interests? Saurabh, are you here in the chat? Oh my god, last time it took you a very long time to type. So I was wondering, like, did the glitch happen again? Oh, you just got back from a quick run. Oh, that's good actually. Quick run. That can be pretty, it can differ according to the person. But runs actually, my goodness, jogging, runs, this exercise in general feels so much better. It feels so good. Good luck with that, though, Saurabh, indeed. Good luck with organizing. It's okay, Mr. Tajinder. That's fine. Don't worry about it. It's okay. And actually, Mr. Tajinder, let me tell you, every day, that is, I come live at 11:30 to 2 p.m. Indian Standard Time. So you're more than welcome to join. And I'm always open to discussions, topics, discourse. I'm always open to that, of course. And you're more than welcome to talk about your interests, what you like to do, what you're interested in alongside. And let me tell you a little bit more about myself as well, because you're new here and I would like to mention, because honestly, the main reason why I'm heading towards journalism, mainly journalism, is because I'm a nationalist and I'm all for Vision 2047, and I do want to contribute to my country, for my country, work for it alongside. And actually, Mr. Tajinder, I've gotten a scholarship from Republic and Times Group itself, because when Operation Sindoor it was going on, a lot of news channels were very active with their reports, and it was like 24 by 7 broadcasts. Everyone was very occupied. So Republic Bharat, I believe you might be aware, Republic Bharat had they had just started a non-political nationalist forum. It was pretty new for me, and I was into blog writing as well alongside. I was very much into blogs. So basically, it was pretty new for me to see a forum where we can express our nationalistic views, be patriots, showcase our support for the country, our love for the nation. So I was very active in Republic's forum. I would upload blogs often, I would post on there often, and I'd managed to secure a scholarship from Republic. And Times Group, they had an affiliated debate program, that is a competition as well. I was a participant alongside, and I was very updated with news. I still am actually very fond of debates. I usually watch the retelecast because due to my lives, I cannot watch them in the meantime. So I usually watch the retelecast. And basically, I sent my blogs to Times Group. I took part in the debate competition, and they did contact me later. They were fairly impressed. So I managed to secure basically a scholarship from Times Group as well. My main thing is I'll be heading with Times Group though, because it's a larger news network. Plus, one of my role models, she's also there in Times now. Swati Joshi, I follow her very closely at the moment. I adore her as a news anchor alongside a debater, because she's very good with her throw, excellent with it. So I'll shortly, my classes will be beginning by the end of October. So I'll be heading towards Bennett University in Noida, mainly. So that's my journey. So to the present day, that's why I do lives as well, because I get to talk to a lot of people, first of all, which is very fun. I'm already extroverted actually. And on here, I like to talk about a lot of topics. Debates are my favorite. We talk about knowledgeable things, and on here I can practice the stamina, practice my speaking. It is a very good platform indeed. And currently, I'd also like to mention my hobbies are, I like to read books. You can see from the side. Yeah, here we go. My shelf is right behind me. I like to read books alongside. I love solving Sudoku. I'm a bibliophile in a sense. So I love Sudoku, crosswords. Sudoku is not a bibliophile sort of activity, but crosswords, word scrabble, word bomb, very interesting. And my general role models are Palki Sharma, follow her very closely from First Post and beyond, alongside I like to also mention Rahul Shiv Shankar, CNN News 18, great debater he is. And in terms of representatives of India, I would say Mr. S. J. Shankar. Absolute, like the man is excellent, the way he represents things. And Mr. Sashi Tharoor, I do follow him as well. So that's a brief introduction of me also alongside. So it's nice to meet you, Tajinder, once again. And Saurav, are you in the background, by the way, or are you here in the chat? Please do let me know if you're in the background and if you just have the live on, because I'll be assuming that something is wrong with the chat. That's been happening a lot. People get kicked out all the time. And actually, Saurav, you mentioned regarding the cleaning and organizing stuff. That's what bachelor life is. That is why, and it is honestly, you have to take care of everything. Oh, well, actually, that's very good, Saurabh, indeed. Excellent columnist he is. And alongside, Saurabh, it's so unfortunate because if I mention, I did see one of his interviews this recently, I guess, few days back, but sort of forgot about it. I forgot and I couldn't keep up with it. And recently, I've been getting back into books. As I mentioned, Saurabh, I have. So I will be maybe from Monday, that is tomorrow, because new week, new day, new week, new me. In a sense, I don't know why I follow that, but I will be following J. Sai Deepak. Surely I will. Definitely, I have to. I started getting more interested, more invested in these things, and thanks for reminding me. Actually, that nearly slipped out of my mind. Nearly so. And I don't know why I have this thing where it's like it's a new week, so I'm going to do something intense. I don't know why. It's like that Monday psychology thing. It was mentioned in Atomic Habits, I believe so, right? Sorry if I'm not wrong. That book is engraved within me, I feel like. Mr. Tajender, are you still here in the chat? Do let me know. Oops, I'm done with my chai. I just had my chai as well. I did. I guess like Saurabh, I believe so. I might have read some of his columns on the Open magazine. Yes, I might have. But exactly, I was not paying attention much when reading those. I had to get back on track. I missed like a lot of updates recently. A lot. There are some weeks where I just sort of go in a daze and I struggle a lot. Actually, Saurabh, what are your tips to retain information as well? Because I often struggle with this thing where it's like I follow certain figures, certain people, and I try to remember their points or somewhat apply them to myself. But recently, I've been having this issue where whatever I retain, I have a good grasp, but soon I sort of forget about it. Like it gets shifted to a corner of my brain, and I'm not exactly able to recollect it. It might be, it might just be an attention span issue. I'm not sure. Though I refuse to believe it is that. Absolutely refuse. Because my attention span is pretty good, but anything can happen nowadays. I mean, dopamine is it's everywhere. Cheap dopamine is everywhere. Everywhere you will just See, everything's curated to keep you in a certain place, social media particularly. So anything can happen, can't be certain about it. Would mentally mapping it out be better, sort of, in a sense? Usually, I never considered that. I used to consider, like, I somewhat correlate mind maps with, like, this is gonna sound so stupid, I know, but like, I consider, like, I somewhat correlated with, like, studies for some reason. Never considered that. Because usually what I would do is, like, after reading a page, I would sort of like write my thoughts on the side column, like annotations in a sense. I would not annotate in every page, but I would argue with the book often. But yeah, creating mind maps is definitely helpful. Mentally mapping it out is beneficial, or do you think marking it on the page is better? Because honestly, I don't care about my books much. I feel like a book is meant to be loved. It's supposed to be battered in a sense, like it's supposed to be batted. It's supposed to have a broken spine. It is supposed to have folds. It is supposed to have writings on it. That's what I think is the beauty of reading. I could be wrong because a lot of people, they like to keep their books in like pristine condition. They like to keep it in a very pristine condition. I'm not that kind of person. The more battered a book is, the more it will look like I enjoyed reading the book, and that is true. If I show you my book, like Psychology of Money, if I just show you the annotations I've done in that, and the highlights and the pencil markings and the folds, you'll see that I devoured the book at some point. Yes, Saurabh, that is true. Writing is very beneficial. Actually, Saurabh, I was considering that I don't really get time to write by hand. Maybe it's laziness. I will admit that is laziness, surely, because I'm like a medium writer. My hand does pain a lot. But usually, what I thought was with Psychology of Money, when I was reading that book, I would write annotations, and there would be some points that I disagree with. So I would write annotations on that, and then I would write an essay on my points alongside the book. I mean, is it extreme? Hopefully not. Some people might consider that extreme, but it's a good way to digest the book, digest it, absorb it. It's better, I feel like. Hello, Dheeraj. Where are you from? What do you do for a living? But Saurabh, what is the joy of reading a book if you're not going to absorb it completely? That's what I think. The true joy is just absorbing it. Well, nice to meet you, Aditya. Indeed. Let me introduce myself. I'm from Darjeeling district, and I am a student of mass communication. Basically, my course is of 4 years. After that, I'll be joining as a news anchor and journalist with Times Now. Nice to meet you, Aditya. Would you mind telling me what do you do for a living? Do introduce yourself as well. Welcome to the live. Mind maps are nice. Actually, you know what is my cup of tea sort of in terms of mind maps? I love to have a very chaotic sort of mind map. Like, I like to take a page and I like to just fill it with arrows and like circles and everything. I don't know why. My brain thrives in chaos for some reason. So I feel like it's better. That's how I used to plan my presentations as well. Hello, Bhavani. Welcome. How are you doing? How's it going today? How are your studies? Make sure to like the live, okay? I don't exactly like write lengthy paragraphs by hand. I used to do that before with my blog writing, but nowadays for lengthy paragraphs, if I want to write an essay, type it out on my desktop. If I want to write something by hand, mind maps all the way. That's good. But mind maps also, I don't think mine are mind maps. Those are mainly just like very messy curations. It's been a while though, so. But me, oh my god, what are you studying, Bhavani? And you didn't tell me about zoology or anything. Oh, what are you studying in physics, Bhavani? What are you studying? And what board are you? CBSE, I hope, so we can complain about physics together. Good luck for that, Bhavani. But actually, sort of, that is nice. That is also talent in a way. That is pretty good, though. I mean, that's pretty. That is like a pretty good way to recall the entire book. In my case, I'm horrible with it, so I can't. Wait, just give me a moment, Tajinder. I'll be giving you the blue tick because on YouTube there are a lot of glitches at the moment. And I'll give you the blue tick just so that I don't miss your messages at the moment, Tajinder. And let me tell you, actually, I'll just give you the sessions from the books that I've read because usually I go ahead with physical copies, but the books that I have read, they do have an audiobook version, most likely so. So let me tell you, for starters, Atomic Habits by James Clear, by far the best book, Mr. Tajinder. It is the best book, that is because it is sort of, it has everything regarding habit formation, psychology of workspaces, how to improve your habits alongside how you can also implement these, and it's very crisp, very clear, very easy to absorb and apply it in your own way. So Atomic Habits by James Clear, number one book that you should listen to, audiobooks mainly. It does have an audiobook, I'm pretty sure. Secondly, I'd like to mention Mark Manson's The Subtle Art alongside Everything is redacted. I can't see it, but it's pretty good. Mark Manson's any books very well written because Mark Manson is one audacious author. I feel like he's a very good author, and he has a way of grabbing you into the book, and you do learn plenty of things. It's like you are talking to a friend in a sense, but the friend is knocking some sense on into you. That's what I'm saying. Currently, I'm reading The Subtle Art by Mark Manson. It's very good. I recommend it. I completely do. And Tajinder, that is the best. My third would be if you want a general gist about India, modern India mainly, how it is, everything, society, like elections, polls, like politics, if we talk about even economically, how India is doing, statistics, crime, everything, all of it is watered down into whole numbers and half truths by Rukmani S. Very good book. It was also recommended by Mr. Sashi Tharoor, and I noted his recommendations down. By far, best book I've read, because I was stepping into statistics at some point, so you should definitely give it a read. It was published in 2021. Some data might be slightly revised now, but it's pretty good. I recommend that. Alongside, for inspirational books, I recommend you should read You Can, I believe. I'm not sure. Hold on. You Can by George Matthew Adams. I have that book. It is a curation of essays that are mainly quotes, quote worthy, and you will just feel a lot better. This is more of like a pandemic book. A lot of people were reading this during the pandemic, pretty dark time for us. So it gave them a ray of hope, gives you a lot to learn about. So, I would recommend You Can by George Matthew Adams. Alongside, on my TBR, I mean, to be read, like the lists, there is Speed by Vaclav Smil. I just read an excerpt of that. It seems pretty good. Basically, what the world is, how it works. There are a lot of references from different fields. So, it is a pretty good book. And alongside Tajinder, if you're interested in mainly words and how different cultures share words and stuff, I would recommend A Wonderland of Words, 101 Essays by Sashi Tharoor. By far, pretty good book, honestly. It will make you a bibliophile. Honestly, you will get to know about the origin of the words, how it's all interlinked. There is like a pretty nice chapter about Indian English as well, and you will laugh looking at the relatability. It's pretty witty, pretty good. So those are the books that I have read so far. Alongside the other ones, they're pretty like they're fiction ones on my shelf as well. But I usually gravitate towards non-fiction. And Saurabh probably got to know about my entire list just now. Oh, you're from Rajasthan. Yeah, I know Bhavani, but like, yeah, I mean RBSC and CBSE is pretty similar. And actually, Bhavani, my name is Sheen-Jinee. You can call me as Sheen-Jinee. You can call me Sheen. I'll let you call me Sheen, Bhavani. You can call me that. Good luck, by the way, Bhavani, for the revision, okay? And Mr. Tajendra, of course, and the books I've recommended. Actually, I love reading the physical copies. I like reading books, but these are pretty popular picks that I've mentioned. So, Tajendra, I believe audiobooks will be available. If you use like what is that? There are like so many apps. Hold on. Audible, yeah, it might be there on Audible. You might listen to Audible, so it might be there, of course. Kindle version is also there, so you can quickly read through it on your phone as well. Totally up to you. And alongside Tajender, I missed a book, Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel. By far, it is also a good book. I was pretty clueless about finance before. Not clueless, but a little puzzled about it. So I read Psychology of Money. It is a pretty good book. Gives you a gist about finance, economics in a way, and basically the thing is, the book it mainly tells you how people did compounding and the principles and everything. It's not exactly a guide on finance because the author himself has mentioned, but it's a pretty good book. I was very interactive with that book particularly, so those are my lists, Tajinder. But honestly, I'm just getting back into reading as well. I've left reading for a while, so I'm reading The Subtle Art. It's pretty good. But by far the best book that you should start with first is Atomic Habits. And Bhavani, good luck. The what topic are you in? Or entire chapter revision you will do? Dude, movement in a straight line. I don't like that chapter. I don't know why. Hi Ira, welcome. That's good too. Our times match. Long time no see. Make sure to like the live, okay? If you haven't already. Atomic Habits, I believe everyone has read. Everyone has. That's why I recommend that book to everyone. When I was in ninth grade, I read that book. It's pretty good. Though many people say it has been stretched a lot, but not really. I mean, it's a self help book. It's one size fits all sort of thing. So you have to read that and you have to implement it on your own time, in your own way. Saurabh, are you here in the chat? Do let me know, okay? And Ira, I got a favor. I have a small favor that you need to do, okay? Small request. Listen quickly. And Ira, I want to mention basically, please have a look at the channel description. Scroll all the way down. Basically, in the links, my second channel is linked that is named as Sheen-YT Shorts. Okay, that is my second channel. That is about my daily life, like my vlog on Darjeeling, my shopping vlogs, everything that is mentioned there. Sheen-YT Shorts. Please subscribe to that because when you'll be clicking it, my profile picture will be there. Please subscribe to that. I'm trying to grow that channel as well, and I will shortly get to posting on that channel also. So I would appreciate it if you do so. Okay. Actually, Mr. Tajendra, that's nice. That's excellent. Why don't you tell Mrs. like Bhaviji to join in our chat as well? She would definitely enjoy the hangout. Definitely so. That is excellent because let me tell you, we talk about recently we were talking about AI's integration in finance firms, in the financial field. We talk about that. We talk about AI, world affairs, geopolitics. We even talk about business, like we are talking about artificial intelligence integration in e-commerce as well. We talk about development. We talk about so many things. We talk about books also on here. Actually, everyone talks about what they like to read, and it's pretty good. So Tajendra, please do invite her. Also, we'll have a good time. We'll chat along. We can talk about so many things, and I'm always open for more knowledge. That is because I love gaining knowledge. I love talking about anything that is if I'm not familiar with it, I will familiarize myself and know more about it. Please, Tajinder, do invite her, of course. And you're also more than free to join as well in the day live. Both of you guys. Because you can see, if right now the chat's pretty quiet, but usually healthy discussions are always going on here. Recently, we were talking about Neuralink. We're talking about, sometimes we talk about business strategies as well, about like big companies, how they are. We talk about marketing sometimes, like advertising, how the recent adverbs are playing into consumers' emotions. A lot of things, basically. Most topics that you can think of, they are discussed here. Thank you, Ira. I appreciate it. Thanks a lot. Thank you. So, what were you up to? So busy all of a sudden? Classes? I don't know. Sunday also are busy. And Saurav, why are you all quiet? Are you in the background? I mean, you can definitely join in. You can chat with me alongside. We can continue on yesterday's debate. We can continue on that. Unfortunately, the audio was cracking a lot. Or are you in the background busy with the organizing and the household work that is? I mean, today is Sunday after all. We all have to prepare for Monday. We gotta buckle up for that. So I can understand. Okay, well, Ira, good luck with getting ready alongside paper assignments, handwritten ones. Insane. Good luck with that, though. Oh, that's unfortunate, Saurabh. Well, you might be busy then. No problem. I'll see you later as well. Looking forward to discussing on what we were talking about yesterday. It's okay, Saurabh. No problem. I'll see you later as well then. Take care. All right, Ira, you're in the background. No problem. Handwritten paper assignments. What could they be about, though? You usually because most assignments you have are like hybrids. Hopefully, the assignments are not lengthy though. I mean, handwritten paper assignments can be pretty ruthless because they sometimes assign very lengthy ones, and those are not good at all. Maybe it could be research based, Ira. Maybe I'm not sure. I'm just guessing instead of asking you. I don't know why. Oh, and are you going out somewhere? Getting dolled up this early? Probably not, though. I feel like you might have to visit the library or something soon for your studies or something. I'm not sure. Thank you so much, Mr. Tajendra. Thank you so much. Once again, I truly appreciate it. Thank you. And please, more than welcome to join the live. More than welcome to do so. You can always join in. You can always talk along. And I'm actually enjoying the conversation because it has been a very long time since I mentioned about the books. Talking about it, sharing my recommendations felt pretty good. And Ira was saying, like, I was asking regarding your assignment. What is it about? To be straightforward, what is it about? And is it lengthy? I'm not sure. So it's research based, I think, Ira. So, procrastination. Procrastination, you want to talk about that? I mean, I do have a lot to say on procrastination, but I know it is annoying to find info, citations, and everything like just the sources. It can be a lot. Plus, everything is behind like Nowadays, all the research papers are behind a paywall in the sense. So I know it can be very hectic, very annoying also. Hello Prashant, welcome to the live. Where are you from? What do you do for a living? It's okay, no problem, Myra. I know. Don't be sorry about it. I know you're busy. It's okay, no problem, no problem. I just wanted to know a little bit about that. It's all right. But just let me know when you'll be leaving, okay? Because I don't know, man. Sometimes people get glitched out of the live. Sometimes they get kicked out. So it's always good to know. Don't feel guilty about that. And Mr. Tajendra, are you still here in the chat? It's okay. Don't worry, Ira. It's fine. You don't have to feel guilty about this stuff. Actually, I'm very talkative, so it's not exactly nothing to feel guilty about. And I know you have a lot on your plate, like a lot on your platter for the time being. So taking care of it, tackling it is definitely going to take some effort. So I get it. Don't worry. I know how deadlines can be. I know how Sundays can be. I know how hectic they can be. So it's all right. Hello, Bhavani. Welcome back. Bhavani, you need to tell me when you'll be leaving the live and when you will be when you'll be heading out because literally I thought you got kicked out or something. I was worried. But Bhavani, if you didn't catch the sentence last time, you can call me Sheen. My name is Sheen-Jinee only. You can call me that. And done with the revision or something, or will you start after talking with me? I'm not sure. But good luck with the revision, though. Good luck with that. And Bhavani, actually, how do you usually do a revision for physics? Do you have any reference books you refer to or something? Oh, call आ गया था. Oh, I get it. Don't worry. Well, yes, Sajinder. I mean, I do agree because, see, Australia, it is a developed nation. It is, plus, Australia has pretty, like, the population is a lot smaller compared to India. Whereas if we come to India, India basically the work culture is, even though it's extremely different in a sense, the work culture here alongside India is insanely populated, and there are different things on here, different considerations. India is a developing nation. Now, if I tell you mainly India, I'm hoping that India will be developed by 2047, and we might see some changes then. But And let me tell you also, Tajinder, let's talk about the mindset in a sense. Mainly, see, you mentioned you have been working for 13 hours, 13, 14 hours in a sense. And you have been doing the work that is in Australia. Now, if we tell an Indian, like maybe someone in India, to do the same amount of work, 13 hours, they will start a whole debate on it mainly because last year, if you're familiar, it's the mindset also. Last year, corporate was trying to increase the working hour to by 1 hour more extra, and there was a whole scarfuffle in a way, like there was like a whole thing, a whole situation in a way, and it was a debate. Some people were saying that it's long hours. So the work culture, it solely depends on that. So get the point here, right? And alongside, let me just tell you, looking at mainly the mindset and the society, also the mainly something regarding the partiality in a sense. I don't think it will be easy for India to change its work culture also, even within these years, mainly because it's a people thing. So like that's my main point. There are a lot of differences, but alongside with India also, same thing with China, in a way, same thing with that. And Tajinder, let me give you like one small example as well. The main thing is, if we mention, have you seen anywhere in the world where someone with age between 33, 34, that is 32, basically just midlife, have you ever heard them mention that they're preparing for an exam, that is an exam for government jobs? Probably not, right? But at the same time, now if you come to India, it is a big thing, unfortunately. Because if you look at foreign, you look at other people at the age of 18, like basically they study rigorously. The moment they turn 18, they head to work as a barista, or they work in McDonald's or customer service, or they work in Starbucks, or just private sector, that is, even for a minimum wage. in a sense. They start earning immediately. They get themselves, they give a head start towards their financial journey. They get a good start in a sense, a good base, and they move ahead with that and they start working immediately. So, whereas in India, only this is a very big thing, it's a common thing. 32-year-olds, 33-year-olds, they just live on their parents' money, and they mention that they're preparing for this exam, they're preparing for that exam, for government jobs mainly. And there's no financial stability as well. Why not, instead of that, just work in private sector and get yourself a head start, earn something? It will help. That's what I think. So it depends on the mindset also. Hello, John. Welcome to the live. Long time no see. How are you doing? By the way, John, make sure to like the live, okay? And actually, yes, John, I'm doing good as well. I'm doing excellent. Nice to know. And Jinder, actually, that is correct. And I'd also like to mention, if basically students, like basically Indians, when they go to abroad for their studies, like they go to abroad for studies alongside, they work and they study. They do their semester, like semester work, semester studies, and they work alongside a bare minimum wage also. They do that because it teaches them, you're correct, it teaches them like importance of money, also how to earn money, financial independence in a sense. It helps them with that. And it is important, it is a life skill. Whereas if we talk about India mainly, it's a very common thing, to live off the parents' money, prepare for a very big exam. First of all, I feel like it's a rat race in a sense, because the thing is, you're living off of your parents' money, and instead of going towards private sector, going for a government exam, that is mainly, you're working. I mean, you're studying, and you're studying for something that is not even certain that you'll clear the exam or not. So it would just be, time would be wasted in a sense. You know what I mean? Like, I hope you're getting the point in a way. It does teach them financial responsibility. And Tajender, I like to mention the book I've read, Psychology of Money. It is mentioned there as well that when you get money, like when you have money that you have to handle, you have to take care of, that's how you learn financial importance. It cannot be taught through a book, it cannot be taught through anything. That's something you learn on your own. And knowing about finance, everything, it is very important. is very important, I believe. So that's the difference between the mindset also. And Tajinder, let me tell you a raw truths about this nation mainly. Let me tell you a raw truths about our society. बेसिकली इंडिया में ये चीज चलता है कि भगवान के भरोसे इन अ सेंस. अभी लेट मी एक्सप्लेन, लेट मी इलैबोरेट. जैसे कि इफ आई गिव एन एग्जांपल, कुछ काम मुझे करना था. आई हैड टू डू सम वर्क एंड दैट वाज नॉट पॉसिबल. मे बी दैट वर्क फेल्ड. इट डिडंट गो अहेड लॉन्गर. इट जस्ट फेल्ड इन अ सेंस. अभी पेरेंट्स बोलते हैं ना कि बेसिकली दे से ओके ये काम नहीं हुआ, भगवान ने मे बी तुम्हारे लिए एक दूसरा पाथ रखा होगा, एक अच्छा कुछ बेहतर रखा होगा. लाइक भगवान के भरोसे, जस्ट लीव इट ऑन टू द गॉड. दैट इज द मेन प्रॉब्लम विद द माइंडसेट. बिकॉज in this nation, we basically leave everything on God, destiny. That is, we leave it onto that. Instead of looking at why that particular job or that skill that we were trying to achieve or work on failed, why, which fault it could be, what were the problems, instead of that, we just say, okay, ये नहीं चला, मे बी भगवान ने कुछ हमारे लिए अच्छा रखा होगा, मे बी ये होना नहीं था. It's like that. And that is literally the key. That is the source of lethargy. That's why we are lethargic. Our brain is lethargic. That's why don't really we don't focus on improving. And there is a saying that God will help them those who help themselves. And we are directly contradicting that. We don't help ourselves and we just keep everything on God, Bhagwan, we just keep it on the divine power. That is also one of the main problems. So hence I'll also mention Tajinder that mindset is a big issue. Because honestly, Tajinder, I think that's also one of the main problems in our society. We have normalized this belief so much that basically, if anyone is fixating on their problems, like why there's a fault in something that they have done, if by chance something I've done, it doesn't work out and I'm working on it, I'm trying to figure out what is the problem, people will say you're thinking too much about it. Can you imagine? It has been normalized so much to this extent. And actually, Ira, are you still here? Are you listening? Are you in the background? I'm not sure. All right, that's good though. Just checking in. But Tajinder, regarding society and how we fuel mindsets, how we move on with our narratives, I have so much to say on this, so much. Basically, the thing is, we'll have to change our view also as the public. We'll have to change. We'll have to be more progressive with our thoughts. But I don't know, honestly. Well, actually, Tajinder, I'll just talk about also books alongside because I've sort of missed out very important chunks as well. I also follow Palki Sharma alongside for her book recommendations as well. Because I remember she often posts about what book she has read or like her monthly book log. I believe so. She posts about it on Instagram as well. And honestly, if I mention, I have so many role models, but I've been following Palki Sharma for a long time. And one of her quotes that I adore and absolutely do find the truth in is basically the thing is when reels replace textbooks and when algorithm becomes your teacher, basically misinformation will spike like anything because nowadays I believe on social media it's very easy to post anything. It's a very common means of communication. And I believe when it replaces traditional means of knowledge, that is, doing your own research analysis, I believe it leads to a disastrous situation for the person, that is, in terms of career and just the mindset overall. That's what I think. And honestly, I'd also like to mention, like, I love keeping up with debates. I truly miss when Palki Sharma used to be in first post, but I believe she has started a new channel just now. It was started this year only in April, I believe, and you get like geopolitics updates over there, like anything. It's so good, so I usually keep up with that as well, alongside. And I usually, I guess, at the moment in my to be read list, I also follow along Sashi Tharoor as well. My main two role models in speech are Sashi Tharoor and Palki Sharma because the two of them are excellent. Excellent in terms of presenting stories, presenting emotions, and keeping the listener tuned in a sense. It's excellent, and I do listen to them often, and it's so much more better that way. I have their book recommendations like noted down literally in like a page. But unfortunately, nowadays, I guess no one gets the time to read often. So, audiobooks are a pretty good choice. Usually, I prefer to read from PDFs as well, and I love to do annotations. And Tajender, I believe if you are listening to audiobooks, please do make you can make like small notes or something on the side, or you can keep the quotes because the quotations. Let me tell you, there's one story in Atomic Habits regarding the stone cutter. That's like an example that's given. It's so good, you will truly love it. James Clear starts about his life in a sense. He talks about the disaster he has faced, how he recovered from that, how he overcame. And there's this one quote I absolutely adore from Atomic Habits that is, I can't exactly quote it because it's from my memory, but it's basically that success is a collection of small daily habits that you accumulate. It's not a once in a lifetime thing. And that speaks volumes because through habits only we can develop discipline and so many things. And I do follow it very closely. I do adore that book truly. It is honestly, I know now for a reason why it's a best, like New York's best bestseller in a sense, yeah. And that too, everyone has read that book, and it's excellent. I recommend that book to everyone. It can be you can digest it through an audiobook or you can read it. It's a two-way thing, and either way the book is written in such a good way also that you won't have any problems understanding or keeping up or absorbing it. It's very nice. Thank you so much, Mr. Tajinder, as well. Honestly, see you next time as well. And once again, it was a pleasure talking to you. It was very nice. I enjoyed the conversation. And Tajinder, thank you once again for the contribution as well. It's truly, I'm very, very thankful for that. And I like to mention, Tajinder, it's also time for me to sign off from the live. But let me tell you, every day I come live at this timing only, that is 11:30 to 2 p.m. Indian Standard Time. So you can always join in any time and we can always continue with the conversation. Thank you once again to you as well. And I'm looking forward to talking to you more often because it's pretty good and it was pretty nice. It was refreshing. So, Tajinder, I'll be signing off. Do have a good rest of your day, that is, and I'll see you next time as well. Take care, though. Thank you so much.